I'm Dr. Michelle and I represent My Growth Academy. And in this particular video, we're going to look about lasting leadership and how important it is for you and I as leaders to understand that leadership is all about legacy. Most of us leaders are too scared to leave a legacy because what happens if that person's better than me? What happens if they do a better job than I did? And then people will be talking about them and not me. And that's why we don't want to do it. But what we need to understand is that succession planning is the responsibility of a leader. So you and I, as leaders, need to make sure that we identify someone. If it's not in our organization, that's okay. Then what and how are you going to mentor someone into our organization? Or if you've identified someone in the team that you want to raise up into your position, what are you going to do? What is that succession plan? Have you mapped it out, or are you just making sure that they kind of know that they're going to take over from you when they leave? Because ultimately, most of us want to dirty delegate. And dirty delegation sets someone up for failure. And if we understand succession planning, it's all about proactive delegation of growing an individual into a position so that we give them the authority to function in that space. So succession planning is so important for you and I to have that lasting leadership legacy. If we don't do that succession planning, then we actually don't have the organization or team in heart. We only are at work to fulfill a function and earn a salary. Therefore, we're no longer a leader. So succession planning is all about empowering individuals. How important it is for you and I to empower. When we empower a person, we give them the power to function. Most of us are too scared to empower someone because they might just do the job better than us. Empowering individuals is expecting them, growing them, teaching them to be better than ourselves. Because leadership is all about people work. And how are we going to make sure that when we grow an individual, they become better than us? They are better than us. Isn't that what you desire for your own children? We want our children to stand on our shoulders. We want them to be the best version of who we've created them to be. Well, our responsibility to our staff is to make sure we have a succession plan where we empower individuals so that when we move out, there's significance left behind. And many of us need to say, what is significance? Have we studied the word significance? Because if I understand significance, it means that when I'm in my workplace and when I am putting things into place, I need to make sure that everything I do on a daily basis is significant enough to leave a legacy in that position. And that's what lasting leadership is about. It is about making sure that you and I have actually got that succession plan noted down. We know exactly where we're going. We know who we want to take and put them into our succession planning. Even if it's somebody that you've identified in your team and they leave the organization because you've become the law of the lid on their personal growth, they might move to another organization and grow there. But if they're the right person, you will keep the relationship with them, and that one day when you move on, you can bring them back into your organization. Never burn your bridges behind people, because you never know when you need them back again, to make sure that when you leave your position, you leave it with never burning a bridge and making sure and ensuring that you are putting yourself, your company, your team into that lasting leadership legacy space. And please spend some time over the next few weeks and identify for yourself who is the person that's going to take over from you. Who are you going to develop? Who are you going to go and start the 5 levels of leadership with, so that eventually you have got yourself with them to a pinnacle leader, and then you can leave your organization, your team to them. So that ends this session, and all the best on making sure that you leave a lasting legacy. But before I sign off, I'm going to ask you, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please go and like our Facebook page. And then don't forget to follow us on SoundCloud. Thank you.